The Florida humidity, Coach, certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip Across the 35.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, Charlie. 12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
61. Matchbox light. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 8. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
White.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I got you.
Garoppolo now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Ready. Black 25 behind. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Following the interception, Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Here we
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, check back 45. Hey, Delta. Hey, pick your game up. 45 the mark. Hey, gun.
To throw is Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 45. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. I got you.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrive at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board, knowing
Looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's 2nd year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings.
51. Easy. Hey, we got 3 down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Easy. Hey, Green, triple C. Mike 51, Mike, let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go. 180. 65. Check three.
They run with Breda. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our time. Hey, gun. Motion.
Garoppolo. DeSantis has got it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180, 1 Omaha. Get that ball. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, wahoo. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. I got you. Get hot.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there, first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Line 54. Hey, alert. Back. White.
That will give to the big fullback use check. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Line 36. Line. Easy. Hey, I got you. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Well, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the 49ers 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Here we go. 180. Mike, 45. Hey, we got to get to the block. Hey, gun.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
21. I got you. Check the call.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Hey, alert! Hey, gun. 45. We got it. 45.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike 51. You ain't doing nothing. Green, triple team. You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Black 25.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go. 180! Get the ball. 11. 21.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 180! 6! I'm about to take you to school. 45's the mic. I got you. You're not ready. 45 mic. 45.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Safety's creeping. Switch. Watch out.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got room. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Tighten up. Pull it together.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Coming to you.
Jameis to throw it. Complete to Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Mike 51,
Working out of the gun, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Logan. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Ready? Black 25 behind. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again to Jones. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Check 26. Sonic. Wait. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. And let's go.
4th down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, stop. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run with Barber. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
I got you.
Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11.
Check 31. Check 43. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert.
Slam.
Hey, gun.
This is Breida. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Green, triple team.
Runner, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, 5 on the 50.
5 on the 50. Flare.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Jones. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
To throw, Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Like 20. 2. 11. I got you. 45's the mark.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. That'll be complete to Breida. And now running right through it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas. Here we go. Rabbit. Shoot. 21. Go ahead.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 180.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the 49ers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.